You are seeking a path that can work for you to be more motivated and bring your life back to a shiny and luxurious lifestyle. And that is why you click on this tutorial. I will tell you that you are at the right place, and your time and money will be in control, and you will get a lot what you think. If you can watch what I will share with you, you will be surprised by how important this is, so kindly watch this.
Hey there, my name is Michael Cheney, and in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to drastically change your life for the better. I'm about to show you how you could be free forever from any fear of outliving your retirement savings, losing your nest egg to inflation, or ever struggling with financial uncertainty. I'm going to reveal my exact system that I use to make $249,701 of pure profit, hands-free by the way, every single month, without running ads, creating a product, fulfilling any services, or ever touching customer service. And it only requires 30 to 60 minutes a day. But before I go on, I want you to stop and take a moment to think about how different life would be without the constant stress of financial worries. Imagine this. You wake up without an alarm clock on a weekday and roll out of bed without needing to be anywhere. You check your bank account. Not only is it growing daily, but it's now a massive pile of cash. It's bigger than any balance you've ever had, because that's my reality. And I want it to be yours too. Here's a little secret, a story that changed my life. If you read all of it, I promise it will change yours too. Seriously, if you take action, this could be the most valuable thing you've ever read. This simple system has netted me over $7 million in personal profit. So read carefully, because this dead simple system can easily replace your day job. In fact, this automatic money machine not only replaces your job, but gives you guaranteed income on autopilot 24/7, 365 days a year for life. Here's how this works. The old way is you work hard. The new way with AI Millionaire, you hardly work. Simply put, this system works hard so you don't have to. And today, you can duplicate this entire $1 million profit-producing machine for a measly $10. Keep reading to find out how. Let's take a sneak peek at the technically legal but totally unfair advantages you'll claim as an owner of the exclusive AI Millionaire system. Cash in quickly and easily with 100% AI operated, done for you, $159,314.20 business where you get to keep all of the money for yourself. You'll discover exactly how to do this in the members area. Accelerate right to the money at breakneck speed with this complete AI clone of my Millionaire Mind, which actually runs this business for you. This AI Millionaire knows everything I do and can replicate what I did to make over $7 million online, so you don't have to do any of the hard work. You'll see this in action the moment you get to the download page. Unlock secret activation codes to switch on your very own money-making AI Millionaire. You're going to lose your mind when you see how powerful this is and how quickly it makes money for you, whether you like it or not. This is literally the most advanced, powerful, and marketing-savvy AI ever invented. You'll get your hands on this the moment after you join. Plunge into passive income paradise, flip the switch on AI Millionaire and watch it as it generates a steady stream of income with zero effort, combining the clone of my Millionaire Mind and its super fast automation to do all the heavy lifting for you. It's super easy to get your first sales as soon as you get inside. Laugh all the way to the bank with turnkey traffic automation. Experience the incredible cash-creating power of the AI Millionaire as it combines my millionaire marketing secrets and simple inputs from you, which it turns into masses of hands-free, money-making traffic from any platform you wish. We show you exactly how, and it only takes seconds to do. As you can see, I've literally left no stone unturned to give you the most powerful money-making system on the planet. I have personally used these exact steps to earn $15,000 to $30,000 paydays on autopilot with free traffic. At this point, you have to be asking why I would be giving away a 7-figure plug-and-play profit-producing machine. I'm glad you asked. and I'd love to share the story of not only why I feel morally compelled to do this, but also how I accidentally stumbled onto what may be the greatest money-making shortcut of all time. You're about to discover one man's $7 million secret, the curious tale of two entrepreneurs. Find out why one of these men made millions while the other lost it all. On a crisp fall morning some 20 years ago, two aspiring entrepreneurs happened to meet each other at a marketing conference. Little did they know this chance meeting would alter the course of both of their lives forever. One of these young men would discover something of incredible value, the master key to creating massive wealth, while the other would end up broke and broken with nothing to show for his hard work. What was the difference? It certainly wasn't their pedigree. Both men were from middle-class families with modest resources, and it wasn't even natural talent. Both men enjoyed a very similar set of talents and skills. In fact, two men could hardly be more alike in opportunity. So how did one of these ambitious young men make millions while the other, with all else being equal, end up broke, busted, and disgusted with his life? I'm sure you're curious, and I'm about to tell you exactly what made the difference. Hint, it's something so obvious that it's staring you right in the face. But first, I want to ask you a simple question. Are you truly happy with your life? If you are, then I want to warn you to stop reading immediately. I'm serious, because what you're about to learn will change your perspective about everything. It will open your eyes to a world of possibilities you cannot begin to imagine. And once you see what's possible for you, it will be impossible to be content with your life as it is. So if you've convinced yourself that your life is as good as it can get already, then what I'm about to reveal is not meant for you. But if you lay awake at night, worried about being replaced by AI, scared about not having enough for retirement, stricken with fear and anxiety about the future, frustrated by our financial failures, and miserable with your life, then you owe it to yourself to read this entire letter, because you deserve to know the reason why you've been shut out of success for so long. You see, what one of those men found that day was the secret to why some people achieve incredible success and other people who are seemingly equally talented and capable waste their lives in the misery of mediocrity, just struggling to get by. If you feel like you're in the second group, even though you have as much or more talent, work harder, and deserve it more than others who you've watched achieve success, and if you've ever wondered if you were missing a piece of the puzzle, if you know in your heart you deserve more success than you've gotten, but you feel deep down like someone has stacked the odds against you, then you need to keep listening to find out why. If we look back on the day of the conference, we would see those two ambitious young men chatting in the hotel lobby, passing the time between the highly anticipated keynote speakers. While waiting, they began to discover their similarities. They quickly realized that they came from nearly identical backgrounds. Neither of these young men possessed any particularly special talent, and neither were born into any particular advantage. Both were of middle-class stock with no connections or advantages to tip the scales in their favor. Quickly recognizing how much alike they were, they struck up a friendship. They talked about their hopes, dreams, and goals, and all of the big plans they had for the future. Almost everyone can relate to the naive optimism of youth, that feeling that you will take on the world and become unstoppable before the harsh reality of the work world grinds your optimism into the dirt. It's easy to be on top of the world at 21, but in your 40s and 50s, that's a different story. But anyway, back to the conference. The men formed a powerful pact with each other. As the speakers took to the stage, the young men stayed glued to their seats, hanging on every word, both determined to discover that nugget of wisdom that would be his breakthrough. They ravenously consumed the inspirational words of speaker after speaker, absorbing every precious detail of the conference. After the final speaker concluded, the two looked at each other, and they both knew that within them now was planted the potential to create incredible wealth. They both felt like a sleeping giant had been awakened within them. If we act on what we learned here this weekend, we can make millions, they agreed together. After slapping each other on the back to celebrate their good fortune and good things to come, they shook hands and made a pact. Let's meet up in 20 years and toast to our massive success. And so it was set, along with both of their fortunes, although neither of them realized it yet. 20 years passed and life went on for both of the young entrepreneurs. Time passed as it has a way of doing, and slowly but surely things began to change. Although neither of the young men had started out with a penny to his name, one of the young men soon found himself in a position to partner in a lucrative deal. The success of the first deal opened the door to another, and then another. As he continued doing what he had done, his hard work compounded his results. Sooner than he had ever dreamed possible, he found himself looking at a bank statement that showed he was, in fact, a millionaire. Obviously, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, but he kept doing what worked, stacking his results, watching his wealth compound day after day and year after year. In what felt like an eternity and yet a blink at the same time, the young man found that he wasn't quite so young anymore. He had a beautiful wife and lovely children. They lived in a wonderful home and vacationed in exotic countries. Life was as good as it gets, and the world was his oyster. Sitting in his den one night reflecting, he received a text message from an unknown number. "It's been 20 years next week. Are you still good for that drink?" the text asked. A flood of memories hit the man as he thought back all those years to the conference and how a simple act of friendship could change everything. "You name the place, I'll be there," he replied. And so the meeting was set. As they both arrived, it became clear that the years hadn't been as kind to one as the other. One wore decades of worry on his face, and his gait was nothing like the confident young man at the conference. Ignoring the obvious and excited to catch up, the first man wasted no time in asking, "So how have you been, old friend?" The second man stared bleakly. "It's been a rough patch," he answered. As the waiter came to take their order, the second man glanced nervously at the menu. Sensing his hesitancy, the first man quickly said, "Tonight is on me. We are celebrating life and toasting to our success." A look of relief washed over the face of the second man as he ordered something modest and settled back in his chair. "How have things turned out for you?" he asked the first man. Reluctant to brag, the first man modestly said that he'd been fortunate enough to see his endeavors become quite successful. "As successful as we thought we would be all those years ago?" the second man asked. "Beyond even our wildest dreams," the first man replied with a confident smile. The second man slumped into his chair and looked at him with disbelief. "But how?" he demanded. The first man answered, "It really all started at the conference. That's where I found the key." He then proceeded to explain how he'd stacked success upon success, layering his wins in such a way that he'd built for himself a life of wealth and affluence, but more importantly, freedom. "What key, though? I don't understand," said the second man. "When we left the conference, we had the exact same information, the exact same notes. We had the exact same opportunity. Yet here I am struggling while you have everything. What happened? How did you become so wildly successful while I ended up a miserable failure?" he added, shaking his head. "It was never about the notes, the speakers, the positive affirmations, or any of that other feel-good stuff, my friend," the first man said. "That was never the answer. The truth is, I've attended hundreds of these conferences and spoken at dozens, and the secrets they all promise from the stage are pretty much the same. But there's a force that is infinitely more powerful. It's all around us, hiding in plain sight." The second man was almost screaming with curiosity at this point. "What? What is it? I have to know." The first man looked at him calmly and said, "I could tell you, but you won't hear it, because the secret is a living riddle that almost no one understands." The second man tried to stifle his jealous rage. "For the love of Pete, man, stop with the word puzzles. You're a businessman, not the Buddha. Tell me the secret." The first man shook his head and smiled. "Do you remember how I missed some of the afternoon sessions at the conference, and you thought I was napping in my room?" The second man nodded. "Of course I remember. I can't believe you bonked off and somehow ended up ahead of the game here." "Well, it's true, I did skip some of the talks, but I was getting something way more valuable," replied the first man. "What? Did you lie in your room doing woo-woo affirmations or something?" "No. I was at the bar chatting with one of the speakers. We struck up a friendship and he was already a millionaire. The second man gasped. So that's your secret? He gave you the money? No, I didn't take any money away from that event, but I did get something which made me millions. The second man was desperate now. You're killing me. What did you do? The first man replied, I cloned a millionaire. You cloned a millionaire? He said, shaking his head. I don't understand. I told you you wouldn't, said the first man. The only way to really understand it is to do it yourself, he added. The secret to my success was copying the marketing intelligence already established in a millionaire's brain. And because AI wasn't around in those days, I just had to write it all down, old school. What all those other guys said in the seminar speeches was just surface level stuff. What I learned from this millionaire at the bar was the real gold that I could just clone and implement. I still don't get it, said the second man, shaking his head. Think of it this way, said the first man. If you clone a millionaire's brain, you can become a millionaire too. So that's what I did. Finally, the light came on in the second man's tired eyes. Fascinated, he leaned forward. Tell me more. Sadly, AI wasn't even invented back then. So the only way I could clone this millionaire's brain was to talk to him and write everything down. I took a ton of notes that weekend, but not from the speeches in the seminar room, from my conversations with this millionaire in the bar. By the end of it, I had cloned his millionaire marketing mind on paper. In case you haven't already guessed, that first entrepreneur was me. And the other guy was a friend I met at the marketing conference all those many years ago. By all accounts, he should have been more successful than me. Even though we started out basically the same, he worked harder than I did. He invested more hours than I did. He made greater sacrifices than I made. And yet he only got a fraction of the results that I've enjoyed, and I only invested a fraction of the effort that he did. What was the difference? It was something called a millionaire clone. Cloning a millionaire is the single most powerful method for building wealth fast. And back then, I had to clone his brain the old school way by writing it all down and then transferring it into my brain and then into my bank account. In fact, by cloning this millionaire's brain as a 25-year-old kid with zero other advantages, I managed to clear over $60,000 in a single weekend and go on to make over $5 million in the next few years. And once I'd learned how to clone a millionaire, I became financially indestructible. This will literally set you free from ever needing to work a 9-to-5 job, ever worrying about being replaced by AI, ever caring what the stock market does, ever looking at the price of anything unless you want to. And that's why it's been the best kept secret of the world's most successful businessmen. Until now, it was always discussed quietly among the privileged few. But I'm not only spilling the beans on all the secrets, I'm busting you right in through the front door. Making millions was hard work, so I cloned my millionaire mind using AI, and now it is running my business for me and making thousands of dollars every day. Yes, I've literally cloned my millionaire marketing mind into a custom-trained and hyper-intelligent and proprietary AI. This AI millionaire is working so well, I literally cannot stop the money coming in now, even if I wanted to. But before I bring you in, I want to give you 3 simple, indisputable facts that prove beyond any shadow of a doubt exactly why AI Millionaire is the single greatest wealth creation tool on the planet. Period. Fact number 1. The most certain way to create wealth is to do what a millionaire does. The hard way takes years. The easy way is at your fingertips, and it's called AI Millionaire. Think about it. The only difference between you and someone who's made over $7 million, me, is what you know, or rather don't know. If you knew what I knew, you'd be making millions too. But it gets even better and easier than that. You don't have to bother cloning my millionaire brain the old school way by taking thousands of pages of notes, because I've used AI to do it for you. And this AI Millionaire is the perfect replica of my $7 million producing brain. Plus, it does all of the hard work for you. It literally runs the done-for-you business you are getting here, which has already done $159,314.20, by the way. In fact, my AI Millionaire system runs on autopilot, making me even richer. This literally happens every day. And if that makes you pissed off, good, you should be. You see, I may be wealthy now, but in my heart I've always been one of the little guys. So I decided to flip that perverted process on its head. I decided to take my resources as a multi-millionaire and lend them to you, the little guy, so you can create that same leverage and make wealth for your family. Here's a sneak peek at the tip of the iceberg. I'm giving you full license to borrow one of my businesses, the same ones responsible for $7,425,919.03 in profits for me and my family. I'm letting you borrow my $1 million business to jumpstart your journey. AI Millionaire is the only method of wealth building that is 100% AI proof, because you're harnessing the full power of AI, not being downtrodden by it. It's 100% recession proof, 100% foolproof, and 100% secure. Why is this AI proof, recession proof, foolproof, and secure? Because you're getting my $7 million marketing mind and borrowing my already proven 7-figure assets that are guaranteed to work, and using them as your own business, just like the fat cats at big banks have been doing to you for years, but in reverse. Fact number 2, the safest way to build wealth is partnering with an existing proven and profitable business to grow with the cash flow and getting a millionaire to run the business for you, aka AI Millionaire. Using an AI Millionaire leverages the power of so much momentum that it basically can't fail. You're getting a ready-made business here that has already done $159,314.20 in sales. And my AI Millionaire clone runs the business for you. And it also leverages other people's resources, so there's zero risk. You get the best of both worlds. That's what I discovered from the wily old millionaire all those years ago. And I want to give you that same opportunity. The opportunity to partner with me, a multi-millionaire businessman, and borrow my $1 million business and mind as virtual collateral to have it make money for you. So if you've ever felt like you were on the outside looking in, and if you ever wondered why a privileged few always seem to get lucky, this is why. This is how elite circles of society create their own luck. They leverage the safety and unlimited power of a proven business and a millionaire mind that can't fail. Fact number 3, the fastest way to create massive wealth with minimal effort is piggybacking on an existing successful business and getting the millionaire behind it to run it for you, aka AI Millionaire. Think about it for a moment and try not to get furious as the reality sets in. When a little guy wants to own a business, they always try to start up from scratch. They typically save up for years before they even have a down payment for the equipment to get started. But when a rich guy wants to own a business, he just invests in an established millionaire's business or buys him out. So he basically starts out with one foot on the finish line. Yep, the already rich guy gets even richer by just tapping into yet another millionaire mind. They clone it just like you're about to do, while you still struggle every day to make ends meet. That truth bomb tastes like the first bite of a turd sandwich. You have every right to feel angry and frustrated when you realize this, but you must channel that rage into a solution if you want to change. And I've got that solution for you right here. You already have indisputable proof that having your own AI Millionaire is the fastest, safest, and most certain wealth creation tool in existence. And now I'm giving you the key I found, the same one that opens the door to infinite profits. I'm inviting you to grab your own already successful AI Millionaire. I want to give you the same foolproof system that makes me millions. And my AI clone does almost all the hard work for me. The AI Millionaire literally prints money for you every day with zero effort. Sounds too good to be true? I know. Maybe even a little crazy. But I can back it up. Here's why. Last month, I averaged over $13,777 per day, and I did it with almost zero effort, absolutely no risk, and only working a few days a week, when I felt like it. I don't say that to brag, it's just to help you understand why I'm uniquely positioned to help you. You see, I've managed to uncover many money-making secrets over the last 20 plus years, and now I want to share the massive wealth that I've built. And I want to do that by giving you this 100% foolproof and automatic method to create cash on demand right out of thin air. How can I make a claim like that? Because I've been walking the walk for over 20 years. Now, obviously, I wasn't always regarded as an A-list marketer, and I couldn't just pull cash out of thin air when I first got started. In fact, I struggled terribly before I even discovered the secret. Even making a single dollar took massive effort, and that's why I can feel your pain. There were times back then when I felt like I'd hit a brick wall, and maybe there are times right now when you feel the exact same way. But if you're a fighter, and I know that you are, that's when you are forced to figure out how you're going to get past the obstacle in your way. When I first started this financial independence journey 2 decades ago, I constantly struggled. Success didn't come easy for me. I made a ton of mistakes. When I hit rock bottom and was ready to throw in the towel, I had this realization. There has to be a way to unlock all these closed doors that are blocking my path to success. That's what eventually led me to attend the marketing conference in the story, which is where I uncovered what I consider my holy grail. It's the secret to the massive success I've had. It's the one thing you're missing, the one thing keeping you from massive success. It's this one thing called AI Millionaire. You see, all those years ago, when I met that kindly entrepreneur at the bar, we had a conversation that quite literally blew my mind. He shared so many nuggets with me and in such great details that I was able to clone his processes and implement them in record time. Now, we live in even better times, better for you. Because while I'd love to sit down and share a drink with you and spill my guts out to you as you furiously scribble it all down on paper, it's no longer necessary. Thanks to the power of AI, I've already taught it everything I know, and it's waiting to run this business for you. It runs my business for me. It knows more about marketing and making money online than I do now. And you are on the cusp of getting your hands on this too. And that wise old entrepreneur at the bar said something I'll never forget. Would you rather join the reigning Super Bowl champions on their team or try to start your own team from the ground up? That's when the light bulb went off for me. I'd wasted so much time trying to recreate the wheel, when all I needed to do to be successful immediately was clone the mind of a winner. Because everyone knows that winners just keep winning. As a result of that conversation, I cloned as much of that millionaire's mind as I could that weekend at the bar. And just by doing a partial clone in this way, I managed to clear over $60,000 on a Saturday, twice what I made the entire year before. Needless to say, from that moment on, I was hooked. Now, instead of looking everywhere with fear and scarcity, I was absolutely full of unshakable confidence. Instead of seeing successful businesses and feeling jealousy, everywhere I looked I saw potential, and a whole world was full of incredible abundance. To this day, I never care what the stock market is doing. I pay zero attention to the silly politics on TV, and I've got more abundance than ever because I know this secret, that the next level is always just one AI millionaire away. We've got others who came to this page before you, and the AI millionaire is already making money for them. And these are not experts, just everyday good salt of the earth folks just like you, from all sorts of experiences and backgrounds, such as engineers, teachers, lawyers, firefighters, nurses, chiropractors, personal trainers, policemen, military veterans, car salesmen, insurance agents, small business owners, doctors, photographers, stockbrokers, and now I want to give you your very own 7-figure business and have the AI millionaire run it for you. So now that you know my secret, I'd like to ask you a simple question. It's the same question I asked my old friend over dinner that night. How different would your life be if you woke up every morning with unshakable financial confidence, incredible material abundance, zero uncertainty about the future, and a life of total freedom? Because that's what you can have when you get the AI millionaire. This is quite literally the missing piece that's been preventing you from achieving everything that you're capable of. And I really want to give that to you right now. This will set you up with financial security for life. I've already done everything on my end to make this successful. The only thing you have to do to hitch a ride on my $13,777 a day rocket ship is to make one small commitment. That commitment is to press the button. Once you click that button, your financial future is secure forever because you will have broken through the glass ceiling and got a done-for-you business and the clone of a millionaire to run it for you. Someone who has a track record of over 20 years of consistent success, and I'm giving you access to all of that. I'm handing you the keys to my 7-figure business. I'm lending you my credibility, and I'm giving you this money-making system which is run for you by my AI millionaire clone. This business is already booming, and I'm going to give you a piece of the pie. Answer me this. If Tom Brady asked you to come play on the box, if James Cameron said he needed you for the next Avatar film, if Elon Musk called you and asked if you wanted to partner with him in Tesla, what would you say? You'd say yes, obviously, because these guys are legendary winners, and you'd know that just by joining with them that you would be a winner too. That's the same offer you're getting right here, right now, today. And it's so good, it cannot fail. Here's more indisputable proof. Fact number 1, I am the best player in this corner of the AI and marketing world. And it's not even close. Fact number 2, I've assembled the best team in the business, bar none, and I'm willing to share them with you. Fact number 3, I have the best offer, period. A partnership in one of my elite businesses and my millionaire clone running it for you. By the way, this one business has made over $250,000 in profit just last month. So the only thing you should be asking at this point is, where do I sign up? Because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to eliminate all financial uncertainty, to join a team of world-class winners, to take absolute control of your future. There are obviously a limited number of spots because we can only release a set number of AI millionaire clones. Once they're gone, this opportunity is lost forever. So you have 2 options here. You can sit right there on the fence and live a mediocre life of misery just like my old friend did. Or you can shake my hand, accept this done-for-you business and activate the AI millionaire who will run it for you. And I'll open the door to a world you didn't even know existed, where you can create abundance on demand. This should be the easiest choice you've ever made in your life, unless you are like my old friend from that day. He waited 20 years to finally get started. By the way, he's actually doing very well for himself now that I've given him the exact same thing I'm about to give to you. But his biggest regret is that he wasted 20 years of his life when the solution was right there in front of him. But you don't have to waste another minute. Just one tiny commitment right now and you'll have a 20-year shortcut to wealth in your hands immediately. Just click the button on this page to start making money with your AI millionaire.
Thanks for watching this tutorial. I hope this was helpful and works for you exactly if you want to learn more about this system. So watch the first link in the description of this video. And kindly don't forget to like this tutorial and share it on your social media accounts to help others too. Once again, thanks for watching and see you with another awesome helpful tutorial that will work more accurately and consistently.